Welcome to Beyond the Bounce, presented by ZTE. I'm your host, Byron Bogart. And joining me today, legend shooting guard, Mr. Jordan Down. And welcome to the show, Jay.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Jay, let's get right into it. I want you to tell the people a little bit where you're from.
Originally, I'm from Kansas. I've moved around all my life. Before I came to this team, I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I did most of my growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina, middle school, high school. But
is this military moving or just?
No, Dad would always either change jobs or maybe get promoted or just move to a different city.
Hey, moving on up, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
All right, growing up, siblings?
Yeah, I have one sister. She's living in Bakersfield, California.
Ooh, nice place to live.
Yeah, she's from Kansas too, just like me.
Older or younger?
She's older.
Okay,
she's older.
How much older?
She's 12 years older than me, so she's 37.
So you didn't even have a chance.
Or 38 now.
You have to throw our old age out there, looks like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's all good. She has 3 beautiful children. I got 2 nephews and
how's Uncle
niece.
Jordan? Well, how are you as an uncle, Jay?
They love me.
Oh,
I love them too. They keep life in perspective
Is
for
one
me.
your favorite, or you can't?
Nah,
gotta hold that.
favorite,
Love them all the same.
Yeah, you got to.
Now, does she play sports at all?
She played basketball growing up. She loves the game.
She taught you, or mom or dad taught you?
Dad taught me the most.
Okay.
Yeah, but my sister gives me a lot of motivation too before and after games, going into practices and stuff during a long season. So I have constant conversations with her as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, did she play at a high level?
She played up to high school. She didn't play after high school, so.
So those just still young enough to still get you buckets in the backyard, right?
Yeah, no? I can't remember the last time we played. It's been a while.
Now you're known to be a shooter. So who taught you that sweet shooting stroke?
My father.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a fabulous shooter too.
Was he your coach growing up?
From the time I was probably 8 all the way up to about 14, he coached rec leagues for me and AAU as well.
Now, a lot of your teammates have come on this show, and then they had dad coaches too. All right, the dad coaches all over the nation. Yeah. What type of dad coach was yours? Was he to get into you? Was he to yelling at the refs? Was he laid back?
All that.
All in both?
But sometimes he was laid back too, but there were certain things that would make him tick, like when I was little, I used to have a problem putting my head down. If I missed a shot, I would kind of pout with my head down.
Immediately, like 0 for 1 and it's over.
He'd take me out the game. He'd give me that look. I can't even mimic the look, but I knew
what it was.
I knew. Like I need to straighten up quick.
And just get over it and learn to shoot another, because shooters got to keep shooting, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now, how were you on defense? Did you have to get into you about defense?
Yeah, he was always pushing me on defense. Always. It's very important to play both ends of the floor, so he realized that and always challenged me defensively as well.
And was it always basketball, or you had any other sports in there?
Him and I play a lot of golf now. Actually, my Uncle Fee, who lives out in Denver, Colorado, kind of was the first one to put a golf club in my hand, and then I was about 8 or 9 years old. And then my dad picked it up, and then him and I play all the time.
What's your handicap out there?
I don't know my handicap. I don't know that, but
I can't play the 18, but I'll get you in Top Golf all day.
Top Golf is fun. But I ran track too in middle school.
Long distance, sprint?
Mid distance, I did a little long distance, but I did 400 meter, 800 meter.
Okay. Now, did you always know that you wanted to play basketball professionally, or was it a certain time that really just clicked in you that, hey, I'm a little bit better than Joe Schmo over there? Or what?
From a kid, I knew I always wanted to. That was always a dream of mine. I loved the game as soon as I picked the ball up. So.
And who were your role models growing up, Jordan?
My dad, for sure. My mother. Just seeing how they treat people off and on the court. My dad was always, an inspiring force for me. I was kind of an only child growing up because my sister, she was older. She moved out early by the time I was like 6. So. I always looked to him, and since I moved around a lot as a kid, I had to rely on my family a lot. So it'd definitely be him. And then outside of my family, I always looked up to Kobe.
Black Mamba, huh? Now, did you try to pattern your game after him?
In high school, definitely. When I used to read stories about him getting up at like 5, 4 in the morning, I was inspired by that, and I would do the same. I think when I was in high school started at 7:15, so I tried to be in the gym at 5:30 before school started, getting shots up, and then.
Not a bad guy to pattern your game over. Yeah. Now you're here with the Legends. You got picked up here mid-season, and then you kind of got thrown right into the fire. We had an important road trip. You stepped right in there. Where's your mindset when you're sitting out and you get a call that, hey, you're not on team one day, you're on a team, and then now you're getting minutes on that team the next day. How do you stay ready and for the moment when the phone rings?
It's just all about being a professional, just always staying ready. You never know when your number's going to be called, but you just have to try your best to always be ready for that moment. And coming into the mix like that so quickly, it was fun. I enjoyed it. There's no pressure. Just go out there and play, have fun, compete hard on both ends. So, it was.
It's the hardest thing maybe getting with your teammates on the defensive end, or the hardest thing picking up the plays and that kind of thing? What's the most challenging thing coming right into a new team?
Learning the plays for sure, but and then kind of just seeing what kind of makes your teammates tick a little bit. Getting to know them, it's pretty tough in a week when I got here, especially on a road trip. So, but learning the plays, that came pretty quickly, and just. Yeah, like I said, just getting to know your teammates.
And you're right in there, right in the middle of a playoff push here. What are some of the goals you'd like to see here at the Legends, and some of your personal goals going beyond this season here in the summertime?
The goal for me individually is always just to become the best basketball player I can be, working on my weaknesses and making my strengths even into more strengths. And just always finding a way to get better. And just for the team, I know we're at that point now where we can make a good playoff push, and I think that's very important for this franchise. I know it's important for Coach Mack, and we realize that, and so we want to try to get as far as we can go. I think these guys have all worked hard even before I got here, and that's what I'm aiming to do for this team, practice and in games.
All right, we'll change it up here, go a little bit beyond the bounce here. What are some pregame rituals of yours?
I always have a conversation with my dad before a game. Then probably after I'm done warming up for the first time, I kind of just sit in my chair. I might meditate a little bit, or I might read a little bit.
What does Dad say? Is it a different message every game?
It's different, but it's all the same. It's different, but it's all the same. Yeah. Each game has its different thing going into it, whether I might be coming off a bad game or I might be coming off a good game. He's always keeping me hungry and always keeping me down to earth, making sure that I'm doing the little things that I need to do.
What music are you listening to? Is there a certain thing you got to get that gets you going, or is it just hit play and let it go?
I listen to chill music. I might even listen to some R&B before.
You're into the Migos and all
Migos
that?
is cool, but I mean it's not the main thing I listen to before a game. I listen to a lot of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Nas.
What's your chill go-to when you really needed to chill?
Probably Nas.
After a back-to-back game now you're on Sunday, Nas go-to?
Yeah, Nas go-to.
A little old school in you. Nothing wrong with that. All right, what's the closest NBA comparison would you say your game is for people that aren't familiar with your game? Is there a closest NBA comparison out there?
I watch a lot of Wayne Ellington's having a great season this year, so I watch how he moves without the basketball. I think moving without the basketball is a lost art in today's game.
It really is.
I think a lot of guys are really good off the handle, and I know that's something I'm continuing to work on as well. But I think if you really develop a way to move without the ball, because a lot of defenders, they may play hard for a second or two and then they relax. And if you keep moving, that's how you can get yourself easier, higher efficient shots. So I take a lot of pride in that. I watch Steph Curry, how he moves without the ball. JJ Redick, anyone who can really shoot in the NBA.
Reggie Miller was one of my favorites at that.
Reggie Miller
Get open and get through some screens.
Yeah, and his confidence too. He didn't care if you missed 10 in a row. The 11th one's going in.
Great. Now, before we let you go, we got to get everybody's top 5 NBA all-time greats. If you need a 6, we'll throw a little 6-man in there for you.
Top 5. Oh man, that's tough. So many great ones. Mike.
All right.
Of course.
It doesn't have to be in any kind of order.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, and I want to put LeBron there.
Yeah.
He's just not done yet, so I gotta wait for him, and then I'll probably have to go Kobe.
Okay, now you had LeBron before Kobe. Is that
but LeBron's not done yet.
Okay.
LeBron's not done yet.
So Kobe sat there at the 6th man?
LeBron gets a couple more rings maybe, because Kobe's got 5.
Well, Jay, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule today and joining us here on the show. And thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Bounce. Until next time, see you later.